We've both been out in the last week with the Princess of Wales, Arthur.
Yeah.
I was in Wales.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful job where Kate went to a hospice and she spent a lot of time with some seriously ill children. And it was quite an emotional little trip, actually, but she was so warm, so great on that job. But you've been with her at the National Portrait Gallery, which is part of her Shaping Us project, this framework that came out this week. How was she? Because she arrived, I believe, in a school bus.
School bus, and apparently it was great fun on the bus coming there with the children. She had a little girl called Grace holding her hand, wouldn't let go. And she it was all about the children. She was just engrossed in it. And they did lots of things. They went to the magic tree, and then they went upstairs, and then they were doing their self-portraits, and it was quite nice. She got very much involved in it, and she looked amazing. And I think it's World Cancer Day. It was that day, and she was, and looking at her, she looks so well now, and so engrossed, but. When she smiles, she lights up the room, Matt. She lights up the room, and with those children, you can't help it because they were so funny. And one particular picture where she's talking to a little boy, she's got a finger up her nose, and I thought, how lovely is that? It's so natural, and she just loved it. And as I say, she's a patron of the Natural Portrait Gallery, and it was just perfect. These young children all sitting like only 4 or 5 years of age doing their self-portraits, and her just helping them. It was a really nice event, I must say. And as I say, she looked absolutely lovely, and I didn't ask who made her clothes.
We're not allowed to ask. We're allowed to ask, but they're not going to tell us anymore.
Not going to tell us, no, so that was it.
Because we need to take... this was all about work.
It's all about work,
Look, she's a 43-year-old woman. She's a grown woman. Why should we always be talking about what she's
I agree.
wearing?
Well, I don't talk about Matt, but, I just asked as a joke, but, it was a good event, and she looks amazing, she looks great.
Do you think we've seen a lot? Because I was just thinking, I did Wales last week. We got the National Portrait Gallery here. There's been a whole host of jobs here. The Holocaust Day that she was out with William. We were told this was a gradual return, but these seem like a lot of big jobs that the Princess of Wales is doing right now. That's
right. Yeah, I think she's. I think we got that early, gradual return to see how she felt. But I think she's just running with it now. And all those events, like you in the hospice. I went to the Holocaust event. She was unbelievable with those Holocaust survivors. She absolutely so warm and so affectionate, and she just makes their lives. She cheers them up so much. And these children today will never forget it, and nor with the teachers. She just lightens up the whole thing, and she gives so much, and she's probably back to her very best. So I would say, I think we're going to see.
Yeah, it feels like she's never been away after these jobs.
Well, that's right. Yeah, and when you think, that, I think when I looked at it today, and I thought of that video, where she told us about her cancer and how she, how well she looked, and I see her today, and it's kind of like it's a different person. She was just vibrant, hairless, beautiful, and she just, just gives it everything.
You mentioned it was World Cancer Day this week, which is very important to both the King and Princess of Wales, so their struggles over the past year. So I've got a rude question to ask you, Arthur, but can I ask how old you are?
I'm 84.
84 years old.
But as I say, I'm only 84.
Only 84.
And I'm still working. I quite hard, I think, and enjoying it.
Well, the reason I ask, Arthur, is because there's a new kid on the block.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? He's called Prince Louis of Wales, and he's aged 6 3/4, and he is now taking photographs of the Princess of Wales. How do you feel about that? This is the picture that they released for World Cancer Day, and Princess wrote a little bit of message about nature and nurture to go with it.
That's right.
What do you think about that picture?
Well, I think
as a critic?
I think the picture was. It was a nice picture, let's put it that way. I think it was, obviously it was her camera, the princess's camera, and he was having a go at it, and I think he didn't do a bad job. He's 6 years of age, and he's done this very well. And the fact is that many papers use it on the front today. I'll tell you what, Louis, I wished I had a title. I'd get mine on the front every day, but you've done very well. Your first effort, and you're on the front page of every national newspaper in Britain this morning. So you must be doing something right. But yeah, it's a nice picture. It's a nice picture, and a little bit misty because it was a little bit foggy, and of course they're out in the woods on the Windsor estate, and it's just, yeah, it's a nice picture, Louis. But you know, you got you got a great future in front of you if you carry on like that.
Is there a place for him at the Sun, maybe, Arthur?
Well,
Maybe you could.
not yet.